Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, back with a new video, and well, back with my chart haul video for April 2K23. Actually, will be a quick one because there is only 2 records to show, and well, I've been starting the process of backward completing my collection more and not necessarily like researching and buying new releases, recent stuff. So this is the result of that. But before we go into that, let me quickly announce that the Booty tape, the latest mixtape I've done on my label Introterrin Tapes, has been sold out recently. So it took about a year, and like all copies, all 100 copies were gone. So the last one went out on last BANDCAMP Friday. So I'm glad to announce that these are like, well, all sold and like spread all over the world and stuff. And the distributor doesn't hold any stock anymore, so these are gone. And there's one, or I guess one at the distribution company and one at my Bandcamp left of the previous tape, the Gangster Files, the Jungle Drum and Bass UK Garage mixtape I've done. So this will be sold out quickly as well. But now let's dive into the records, starting with this one, which is a special one on the Versatile label from France. Actually comes in this very well impractical foil thing, and this is the start of a new series for the Versatile label actually. So the series is called Uprooted, and this is Uprooted Volume 1. So as you can see here, this is not a proper white label because these are printed actually. So this is just giving off this white label look. And what this is actually is the first issue. So the full title of this one is Vidal Benjamin presents Uprooted Volume 1 Vladimir Ivkovic. So the idea is behind the series that one artist, I don't know, I don't have any idea properly who Vladimir Ivkovic is, but that one artist picks stuff he's related to, kind of, or he feels like connected to, and like from back in the days, like rare stuff, and also I guess from his home country, kind of. So like digging up very rare and like hard to get tracks or even unreleased stuff. So this one is very special indeed. So one track, the first one, is untitled and definitely has been unreleased before. So this is called, the track is called Untitled as well, a collaboration thing by Rex Ilusivi, Goran Vejvoda and Milan Mladenovic, which are only credited as I can show you the inlay here, as Rex Vejvoda in Milan. And here's the back of the insert actually, and this is like an untitled previously unreleased recording, like a home studio recording in from 1984 actually. So this is like very raw, industrial sounding, like ingenious dilettante slow wave stuff. So very raw, and the sound quality is, like, given the fact that they have like restored this from tape, I guess questionable, but still, if you're a collector of weird and obscure music from the 80s, this is good stuff. And the other one is probably more interesting. This is CHBB, and the track title is, as an abbreviation, NBKE, which is actually a project by Beate Bartels of former Mania D and Chris H.ouse, which has been involved with the Einstürze Neubauten back in the days. And they had a project back in the very early 80s, I guess only running in 1981. That's what's called CHBB, in which released only like tape singles, 4, I guess, a total of 4, with like 4 or 5 tracks each, and only released them in a kind of edition of 50 pieces each. So impossible to get. Some are lost and stuff, and one of those tracks has been re-released here, recorded in Düsseldorf in 1981, so 40 years ago actually. And the abbreviation for or the full meaning of NBKE, the track title, is well, it has been abbreviated for a reason, because you cannot say this anymore, but the track title, full track title on the tape was Neger brauchen keine Elektronik, which roughly translates to Negroes don't need electronics. So this is like questionable today, but I guess was somehow, even in the left-wing underground scene of the early 80s, kind of accepted. So I don't know. So YouTube, please don't block me for that, for reciting that. And this is more like an up-tempo track, also very raw and like kind of reminiscent of the ongoing Ingenious Dilettantes movement. So very very lo-fi but dance floor friendly. I played this at the last Beta Zerfall party as well, and people were dancing to that, even though it was like very rhythmic and noisy and gritty and stuff, and the vocals are very, very mixed, hidden in the background of the mix. So people don't get what those guys were singing, or especially like W.hat was singing. And it's very hard to understand. So the vocals are just, I guess, a kind of a bit of a background noise and not really like decipherable, I guess. So this is interesting stuff. And the next one is also interesting. This is Andreas Kunzmann. The title of this is Album, which is interesting, on the Hamburg-based Growing Bin Records label, which has like an excellent cover. I really, really love the artwork. This is like probably one of the best artworks I've seen in quite a while. Very intense. I hope this works with the glare. And the record looks like this. Picks up the same vibe in terms of the label print. So here we go. Not that intense, but still, yeah, rolling with the same vibe. And yeah, the Growing Bin label is an interesting one from Hamburg, so very diverse in their release catalog maybe, or in their approach. So one of those labels who run not by a strictly sound policy, but whatever they like and what they can afford, they will release. So they have done a lot of Balearic stuff, a little bit of dubby stuff. They have re-released the second Molto Brutto album, which is kind of related to this one, because Andreas Kunzmann was a member of the Molto Brutto group, which also was like underground minimal wave stuff back in the 80s, and he continued to make music but not release stuff. So I've heard a rumor that he had like 10 albums recorded, and like a few 10 albums, 10 tracks, might be 100 tracks or more. So and this kind of album is a sample of that vast back catalog Andreas Kunzmann has sitting in his archive. So there is a few tracks, I guess 7 or 8, I guess in total. 10, a total of 10 tracks picked from that archive, and all of those have been like recorded in the period from 1998 to 2005. So a while back, but still unreleased and therefore new for most of the people. And they are very, like, they cover a wide spectrum, like from electronica to like ambient leaning stuff, also a little bit of minimal wave involved here. So very interesting, and not really an album that is like coherent, but due to it being produced by the same guy, it is coherent in a strange, not necessarily musical way, but it all fits together and is glued together by being produced in this 7 years era by Andreas Kunzmann. So this is interesting stuff, probably more like an album I'm gonna listen to rather than playing that out, even though I plan to put this in a mix context at some point. So yeah, this is the two records I liked for this month, and well, I liked more, but I bought only these two due to my change in approach in terms of buying records and stuff. So today, it's Easter Sunday. I've been busy actually writing reviews and stuff, recorded another DJ mix. I've recorded one yesterday, so I'm upping my mix schedule, I guess, a little bit for possible radio shows and other stuff. So I want to be or want to progress a little bit more in terms of mixing techniques and stuff, and getting like different styles together in one mix. So the mix I recorded yesterday was a Nacht Aus Beton mix. The mix I was recorded today was more like beta leaning once again, and I try to open up my spectrum a little more into not necessarily only club music, like straight 4 to the floor or straight drum and bass or garage sets. So I'm gonna explore a little more and go back to my roots in that regard as well. So enough rambling for now. Bass Junkie out. Gonna go to editing mode. If you want to get the last like the Gangster Files mixtape from me, my Bandcamp will be up there. So check that out and get other stuff as well. So I'm out. See you on the next one.